Hey campers, it's our last day of camp. I hope you've had a great week camping in your own backyard with all the fun activities we've been doing. And today we will finish up and we will listen to Oscar on how we can catch some people for God. Right now, let's listen and sing along with Mrs. K and dance along with Miss McKenna. Have a great summer and see you later.
Hello campers, this is day 4, our last day. Today, the question that we're trying to answer is how do we put God first? And I think the easiest way to go about answering this question is how do we put what is good above what we like to do, or above what is fun, or above what we want to do, because a lot of times what we want to do is not always what we should do. So how do we put the good first? And I think an easy way to go about it is looking at the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments always come before our desires. You know, like going to Mass is definitely more important than playing soccer or doing anything else, because God comes first. So really memorizing the commandments like we did on our previous day, but actually exercising the commandments, actually taking them seriously. Today we are looking at the example of Saint Jacinta and Francisco Marto. Both of these saints were canonized about 100 years ago, and there's a lot of really beautiful stories attached to them. There's a story that I like a lot about little Jacinta. After she saw Our Lady of Fatima in Fatima, she started doing all these penances for love of God. And there was one time where they were playing, both of them were playing tag, and she was having so much fun that she realized that if she stopped at that moment, because she was preventing herself from having fun, it was going to become a sacrifice, and she wanted to offer that sacrifice to God. So she did. She stopped the whole game, she went on her knees, and she started praying. And it's beautiful because she was able to choose the better part. She was able to choose the love of God and penance for love of God, as opposed to just having fun and keep playing a game, which playing a game is something good, something very good, but there's always a greater good, and that's what we're trying to do today. That's the question that we're trying to answer today. How do we look for the greater good? Another way to go about this is basically taking the commandments seriously. Something like going to Mass every Sunday, that's extremely important. It's actually one of the commandments. So if you're somebody who's tempted to go play soccer or basketball as opposed to going to Mass, that's a serious fault. You should definitely go to Mass before you do anything else, because it's actually a commandment. We're made for worship of God. So today, as you guys can see, Father and I have constructed a Rube Goldberg, which is right behind me. And on the next video, we're going to have Father star our chain reaction. And so this is ours. If you guys can come up with something better than what we did, you're going to get a pretty cool prize. So I look forward to seeing your videos. God bless you. And let's follow the example of Saint Jacinta and Francisco Marto. God bless you guys.
Hi, it's Mrs. Horky again.
And it's me, Roman, again.
Our last snack is pretzel s'mores. So we start with small pretzels and place them on a baking sheet. I have a piece of parchment paper here. And then we're placing 3 mini marshmallows on each pretzel. Our next step will be placing them in the broiler and topping with a piece of Hershey bar. But first we will say our blessing. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen.
Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
We're placing the pretzels in the broiler.
Don't we have some oven mitts or something?
And you want to watch them every minute or so, because depending on your broiler, they can cook really quickly. Looks like they're ready. Pull them out of the oven with your parents' assistance or an older brother or sister. And now it's time to place one little Hershey piece on top of each pretzel bite. And all of these recipes will be on the church website if you want to look up the ingredients and instructions. Oh, you ate one?
Oh, I thought you already placed it.
So let them cool, and then it's time to eat.
Today's service project is make a card for someone special. I hope to see you next year in person. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Enjoy camping.